Hello there and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. Now here I have for you a position from XG from a money game where white has a 6-1 to play. Now feel free to pause the video and make your decision. Now here I want you to consider the candidate plays. What would you say the best move is, and what are other plays, maybe the second best move? What other things are you thinking about in this position? So have a moment to think about it, and then afterwards we can decide. Okay, so then let's have a look at the analysis. Now I can tell you the best move is to play 9 to 3 and 7 to 6, and notice that all of the top 5 moves involve hitting 9 to 3 here. 7 to 6. Now we're going to talk about why this is correct in a moment, but you may have considered other plays. Now one move which is quite tempting if we look at the opening position is to make the priming play by bringing the 6 down and then moving the 1 elsewhere. But if we have a look where that is on here, now this is coming up as a 200 blunder. Now you may think, well, I have a 5 prime, I'm duplicating 1s and 2s because green can hit here and hit here. He needs a 1 to enter, a 1 to hit here. How bad can it be? I have this great blocking structure, the cube is turned, I have winning chances of almost 66%, but here this is a blunder. You may have also, if you look at the original position, you may also have considered the running play 21 to 15 and then safety this one. Now we are 66 pips up in the race. So you would think, well, when we're up in the race, then our game plan is to race, right? Well, here it's not correct. Now the best move is here. So here in this position, why it's interesting is we have 3 different competing game plans. The correct move is to make the blitzing game plan where we attack, and I'll explain why in a moment. We also have a priming game plan by making the 5 prime, which we saw is a blunder. And we also saw the running game plan, which is also a blunder. So these 3 different game plans are all in contention, and it's a good learning tool to not play the move that you see first. So here, many people I assume would run or make the prime because it looks like a more obvious play, but with some thinking you can find that the blitz play is correct, which is like so. Now, why is this move correct? Why are we making this blitz play? Well, firstly, if we look at our home board here, we can see that we have already made the deep 2 point. When we have one of the deeper points made, that means we have more of a blitzing structure. The second indicator of whether or not we should blitz is how many checkers do we have in the zone. And here we can see that we have 11 checkers in the zone. Now we know it's 11 because I can see that there's 4 on the other side of the board. 15 minus 4 is 11. Now even though the 9 point and the 2 point are technically not in the same zone because they're more than 6 points away, we can still use all these checkers as ammunition to attack. Now another good reason why this is correct is we do not want green anchoring on the 3 point. If we make any of the other plays, such as making the prime, if I go back without the arrows, if we make the prime or if we run, then green can anchor and can play a backgammon. Even though green does not have timing really for a 3-1 backgammon, normally you'd want to be behind by the amount of pips of the 2 points, so around 95 pips. Here you can see that the difference isn't quite that, but still we do not want green making that anchor, because then of course we can't blitz. So here we simply hit with a 6, and then why do we play 7 to 6? Well, that's because we don't give green a double free joker to hit us back on entering. So it's also worth considering which rolls are really good for our opponent, and a double free would enter both checkers and hit us on the bar point, and of course we don't want green then making that bar point also later in the game. So here we simply attack, and then we play 7 to 6, resulting in this position. Of course, here with the cube turned, gammons go up as well. Of course, you know, green could dance, green could enter one checker. We have 43% gammons here after this play. So this is a very strong play, and maybe intermediate players or certainly newer players, one thing I would say is they are often not aggressive enough when they play. They're too worried about getting hit back. They do not take shots and hit loose in their boards when it's necessary. Here, even if you do get hit back with a 3, then what are you worried about? You can enter with 35 out of 36 rolls. You're going to just come back into play straight away. So we simply make the blitzing play. If we have a look at the candidate plays here and why they're wrong, it's always good to kind of consider why other plays are blunders to deepen and develop your understanding further. Well, this one, we do make the running play here, but as said before, green can make the anchor and establish a kind of back game. And also, we don't want to make this point. We want to clear points when we're ahead rather than make new points, because they can be a nuisance to clear. So making this point really has no value. We're not trying to hold green. We don't need any contact. We're trying to clear the contact because we're ahead. So making this point is completely unnecessary. And also we saw that making the prime, even though there is some duplication, or rather stuplication, overseeing duplication is sometimes really bad, that again, it allows green to anchor, and we do not need a priming structure here. Of course, we still win quite a lot of games and quite a lot of gammons, but the blitz play is just so strong. We have checkers in the zone, green is exposed, green doesn't have a home board, he only has 7 in the zone himself. This just gives us the momentum to close him out. If we get hit back, we come straight in and then we win the game. So here you can see racing options, priming options and blitzing options. So game plan is ultra paramount when you play. So well done if you found the play. The hitting is correct by a large margin, but certainly try to identify candidate plays and then put them into a hierarchy of the best play, maybe green errors, red blunders, and try to talk yourself through the rationale behind the right play and also the reasoning behind why certain plays are blunders or errors. And that way you will develop a more conscientious understanding of the game, which you can apply to many other positions over the board. And that's what we're trying to do here together on Backgammon is Beautiful. Develop our thinking over the board, the why of the play, not just the what. Have a great day. See you soon. Goodbye.